The field upgrade system, also known as the perk systems, are returning to Battlefield 6, and it seems they're not just gonna be the good old perk systems, they're also gonna fuse the reinforcements calling systems from the newer Battlefield games together to deliver brand new features we're gonna be using in Battlefield 6. And today, we're gonna cover them all together and discuss whether some of them are overpowered or underpowered and what all this would mean for Battlefield 6. The name is Ace. Welcome back to another Battlefield video. For my younger viewers who were unfortunate enough to be born after Battlefield 4 and never played the game, I'm just gonna very quickly explain what were the field upgrades. Basically, you and your squad would all select a path you would take for your class. As medic, you could get, for example, offensive, as support, defensive, and so on. And as you play Battlefield, so basically killing enemies, repairing vehicles, resupplying people, healing, reviving, and just playing the game and having a good old time, your squad would level up and then you would unlock other perks on top of that. So it was like a progression system, or if your squad was shit and you didn't play the game correctly, a commander in Battlefield 4 could upgrade your squad so you would get levels automatically. As you died, your squad wiped or whatever happened, you would lose the entire progress and you would drop like a level or two. This is how it worked. And generally, those perks, in my opinion, were grounded and they were mostly like quality of life perks. Nothing what we're gonna discuss in Battlefield 6, which are a bit more leaning towards, like more specialist abilities. In Battlefield 3, on the other hand, the perks were more of a one-time thing. You equip a perk after you got the required level to unlock it, you equip it, your entire squad gets the benefit, and that's it. You keep the perk even if you die, if your squad wipes, whatever happens, you're gonna keep those perks. The only problem I had with the Battlefield 3 perk system was that some of the very good ones, like less suppression, taking less damage from explosives and so on, were unlocked a little bit later than what I would like generally. Now that we covered the historical systems, let's talk about the current system which is being tested and played in Battlefield Labs, starting with support/medic. Support and medic were fused in one character, so that means you can now resupply teammates and heal them at the same time as one class. So we're not gonna have one medic and one support, no, you're just support and you do both things at once. He was also given a very unique tree/perk system I have never seen before, but some of it does lean a little bit more towards the specialist things which I don't like. Let's start with his level 1 trade, Medical Triage. You can faster revive and drag people around and you improve supply crates. So this is more a quality of life thing. And you can see here the dragging, you can drag faster as Medical Triage, I guess. Does that mean that you can drag people as any character? Is the body revive returning from Battlefield 2042 and BF5? I don't know. So I'm not sure what this all means here, that only he can faster drag. Like I said, does this imply we can all drag? We have to see when we can play the game. Level 2, Create Heal Plus. Improve the supply crates healing. Nothing too bad, but more healing is more sustain on the field. At level 3, he gets something called Perimeter Defense. Defensive gadgets recharge faster and have increased capabilities. No clue what that means. Is this for other classes? Because I don't know what gadgets he actually has. I only saw medbag. So if he has other gadgets, then those are gonna recharge faster, I guess. And then we have level 4, something called Active Medic. You press a button to heal others as if you were a supply crate and revive much faster for a limited time. So this is basically an ultimate. I don't know how I feel about this because I think active abilities which you actively press which affect your teammates and enemies is something which takes away from the battlefield. That this is how we get the hero shooter slop, and I really don't like this. I really dislike hero shooters in general, and this comes from somebody who played Overwatch 1 semi-professionally. I competed in contenders, I competed in so many tournaments in Overwatch 1, and I really think that the time for hero shooter abilities have very much passed, in my opinion. It's like somebody showing up shit-faced drunk to a party that's closing and he's like, yo guys, what's up, let's party, and everybody all they fucking left the party and you're there alone just bothering the neighbor. This is how I feel about the abilities in Battlefield, no matter how minuscule they are. Hey, post-edit Ace here. Just a reminder, if you enjoy my videos, then please leave a like and a comment and subscribe for future content. I would really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the video. Then we have the Assault class. It says Frontline. He will have a med pen, so you can just stick yourself with one of those steroid shots when you get damaged. So that's all, we've seen this is coming back. And then he has his own perk tree. He has Grenadier, you carry more grenades, Flak, resistance to explosive damage, and then he has level 3 gadget reload. He's gonna reload gadgets faster. This is actually all very grounded and it's more reminiscent of Battlefield 3 and BF4 perk system. But then as level 4, his ultimate, he has again a ultimate ability. Press a button to temporarily gain extreme damage resistance against explosives. Now this sounds to me a bit more grounded than the medic perk, but it's still again an ultimate. I would really like to know how do you feel about having, active abilities at level 4? Like, does this bother you or does it not bother you? Are you okay with it as long as it stays like grounded and gritty and doesn't really break the game's flow and kind of its grittier setting? Moving on to the Recon class, this is the one I have been hearing the most contempt people had with. So what does he get? He spawns with tugs. That's gonna be his gadget. Fine, he places tugs. Everybody spotted on the minimap. It worked in BF3. It worked in BF4. Tugs generally generate a lot of noise. You can just find them, shoot them. It's fine. It worked in the older games. I don't see a reason not to bring it back. Everything's good. Then we move on to his perk system, and we see a lot of problems here in my opinion. At level 1, keep this in mind, level 1, he gets this. You spot people by aiming, you eliminate weapon swaying, and you gain resistance to spotting at level 1. So 3 things at level 1. In my opinion, you could separate those 3 things and that entire thing could be a perk tree on its own. In my opinion, definitely too much at level 1 for the Recon character. Then at level 2, he gets something called Despicable. Enemies you shoot in the chest with bolt rifles are revealed and healed slower. Again, I don't know how I feel about that, because I think health regeneration should be standard across all characters, except maybe Assault, who is, the aggressive character, who's probably going to have SMGs and shotguns and whatnot, that he should maybe have a perk that affects health regen, that he gets a little bit faster health regen, so he doesn't have to go back and search for a medic because he's an aggressive character. And a passive character generally just camps in buildings like Recon, affecting his health regen, maybe isn't the wisest idea for game balance in my honest opinion. How do you feel about this? Just let me know in the comments. Moving on to his level 3 kill shot. Now this is the one that people have had a lot of problems with. It says enemies you headshot with bolt rifles cannot be revived. Now I might blow your mind here. In Battlefield Hardline, every weapon worked this way. Anybody you headshotted with anything, any weapon, it doesn't matter what class you were, could not be revived by medic. In my opinion, this worked okay in Hardline. Now, Hardline is its own game and it had its own setting, and it wasn't a gritty game. It was, a funny cops versus robbers spin-off game, so there it was fine. But this being in a gritty game, how this would work, I don't know. Honestly, here, in my opinion, this is the least egregious perk that he has, the Recon character. So, how do you feel about it? Again, let me know in the comment section. I hate saying it, but it's very important that I get your guys' feedback, so perhaps I could pass the feedback down to developers if I get into the playtest as a creator. So that's why I'm trying to collect feedback as well. And then his level 4 ability, again an ultimate, mortar support. Press a button to call in a mortar strike where you are aiming. Now this one is, in my opinion, fine. I know it's an ultimate, but it is more reminiscent of Battlefield because it seems like it's just some type of a call-in system from BF1 or BF5, sorry, not BF1, from BF5 and Battlefield 2042, and it's more okay. I feel it's more, fits more into Battlefield, to put it that way. And then finally the engineer, he gets repair tool, standard engineer stuff, and he gets at level 1 something called anti-armor tree. You slow down vehicles you heavily damage, gain extra rockets, and reveal vehicles. I'm not sure what this implies, slow down vehicles you heavily damage. Does that mean he deals mobility hits? Are those returning as well? I'm not sure, we're gonna have to see and wait. Then dogpile, you reload rocket launchers faster, fine, this is standard. And then mark targets, vehicle you damage or spot are easier to lock onto. I'm guessing this is just Soulflame fused into a perk tree. And then his ultimate, press a button to deploy a suicidal drone capable of disrupting vehicles upon detonation. Sounds, just, the modern drone warfare. As long as tank has proper countermeasures for drones, I guess this is fine for now. And that basically sums up the current Battlefield 6 perk system in Battlefield Labs. How are you feeling about it? Do you think it's specialist in disguise, or you think it's more grounded, it's more gritty, it's more return to the old systems? In my opinion, I think it needs more work. I think it's definitely not ready, and for the next labs, I would want to see this system more refined and a little bit more balanced, and maybe the active abilities tuned down as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye bye.